Hello. How are you? That's good. Anything new? Hello. I've already seen Attack on Titan. I still have not finished season 4 yet. Yeah, I just finished Squid Games. I just finished it like 2 days ago. Yeah, everyone's talking about it. Good reason to, though. I mean, Naruto, um, Naruto barely ever really had like an actual arc about the cycle of hatred. Like, it was mentioned a few times after the pain arc, but it wasn't like the main focus of the story. It was just mentioned in the pain arc, and then a little bit after the pain arc, and then after that, it just became Sasuke, and then the war arc, and everything else like that. What in Squid Game? I mean, when it comes to live action in general, I'm not really all attached to the characters when it comes to live action. Just certain franchises I am a fan of when it comes to character writing, but Squid Game, I mean, it's like um, you feel for the characters. You do care about them in some way. For me, I didn't really have any attachment to them, but a lot of other people had different experiences. They loved the characters. I thought they were enjoyable, at least. Hello, Shadow. I always like darker shows in general. Um, I love any kind of dark storytelling. Um, I don't know, like some animes, I just like it when they push the limits. than they should. I like it when characters don't hold back when in situations. Dark storytelling is always my favorite. How you been, Shadow? The last few streams have been a failure. So, if this one doesn't pop off either, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. But the last few streams have not been successful for some reason. That's good. Uh, that's the arc I dropped Hunter x Hunter in. You're how about Hunter x Hunter? Yeah. It's been a year and a half since I dropped the series. I have not made an effort to come back to it yet. Hunter x Hunter just isn't for me. I mean, I understand why people like it because it's very clever, and it's been known as to have the best power scaling in shonen. But personally, I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I just care about characters, and I don't know. The cast of Hunter x Hunter just didn't do it for me. Yeah, it's not. It's not at all. I agree. We talked about Kurama a couple streams ago. Um, I didn't really feel emotional during his death, to be honest. I don't know. It's like the death itself was handled very well, but I kind of feel like I don't know. I didn't feel like uh, I didn't agree with the villain that they fought of the reason why Kurama sacrificed himself. Like I don't know. What's his name? Irishiki or whatever his name is. He's just not rememberable in my opinion. Um, Everything else has to be there for the death. The villain that they died by, the situation, and the meeting. And I think only the death is the only thing that was handled well. Everything else, it's just not. It's just forgettable. But that's just from my opinion. My opinion, Bleach would have been a bit better if it was dark. Bleach. I mean, Bleach does have some dark writing in it, but I just don't think it's a really dark story. I mean, um, even in One Piece, I even Oda has wrote some dark stuff in his story as well. I don't know. You don't need to be you don't need to be dark to make a story successful. It's just a little more push would be needed. But I don't know. I always felt like Bleach was missing something, but then I just started to realize Kubo just didn't write that kind of story. You know, he just didn't write that kind of direction. And it's not really anything I can do about it at this point. I heard the war arc is going to be the darkest because a lot of people die, which I hope, because I hope Yakuga stays dead. Mm. Kubo definitely draws his characters a bit more mature than other shonen series. Kubo is very detailed on what he wants. Yeah, Kubo has the best art than Kishimoto and Oda, in my opinion. Kubo is an artist. Happy birthday. Whose birthday? That was a good team. Hopefully more people show up this stream. How's everyone's Halloween day going? Personally, the older you get, you kind of it just becomes like a normal day. Hell. Yeah, I'm planning to rewatch Death Note. It's been almost 4.5 years since I last saw Death Note. I watch Death Note every few years. It's not a show that I watch every year or every few months like the other shows that I love. Death Note is like Death Note's a series I like to watch every few years on purpose because I don't know. I just feel like it's just not a show that I'm just all that into. But it's like definitely a good show to revisit every now and then. Probably going to be scary. Everyone likes candy, bro. Probably going to be crazy movie binge. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Halloween stuff this October. Not necessarily movies, but like anything from like my childhood or something like that. Yeah, I just didn't like Death Note's ending. Do you think Light should have won? Does anyone here drink coffee? Because I'm addicted to coffee. Yeah, Starbucks is the perfect coffee here. I want to try coffee from other places around the world. I just drink. I just drink light. Should I have acted more wiser at the? I just think I mean, what did Light do that was not wise? I mean, Mir hired a cop that, or wasn't hired, but it's part of the job. He was able to copy all the Death Note's original writing into another Death Note, and they switched the book. I believe that's how Light got screwed over. They one. The ending was messed up, however, I don't know. I would pick up an ending. I don't get why they even killed L off, because Mir was basically a copy and paste of the original L. I don't know what the creators were thinking. If you want L to be in the show, just keep L in. I don't know why they killed him just to have a copycat version of himself. I don't understand why they did that. That was really weird. I mean, Nier's cool, but it's just he's just a replacement of the original, which didn't really do anything because Mir is just a copy. Just have the original in the story. The internet's breaking again. Yeah, that was a letdown. Pain was in the Hidden Rain village, and Sasuke was with Obito at the time. Man, I really wish Kishimoto did something between Obito and Pain. Like he just did. He just didn't really execute a lot of awareness between those two characters. Like it was clearly obvious Pain was gonna do something else with the Tail Beast. I would have loved to see a fight between those two. They could have. They could have what? Oh, you're talking about Pain and Sasuke. I don't know. I the only reason why I wanted it is because Sasuke, he viewed the world very differently after hearing the truth about Itachi, and he had hatred towards the Hidden Leaf Village, and so did Pain. Pain also blew up the village because of what the Hidden Rain did to his home. I don't know. Like imagine Pain and Sasuke fighting over who can destroy the Hidden Leaf Village. Honestly, Pain would kill Sasuke because at the time Sasuke did not unlock the Susanoo until the 5 Kage Summit arc. So Sasuke's only using Matarasu and Chidori, and that's it. And Sasuke's gonna need the Susanoo at least to fight against Pain. The way he went insane and revealed his identity of Kira felt unlike the way. Oh, he talking about when Light Yagami said, looks like I win, Mir, and then he gave himself away after not realizing that the Death Note was fake. When, what was his name? Mika something? It was the guy that Light hired to do all the names for him. I forget his name. The guy with the red hair that looked like he had the Sharingan. Mikami? I think that was his name, Mikami. I mean, the dude was so excited. He wanted to win so badly. I really hope Naruto comes back with some kind of special in the next 10 years. We talked about that before, but I would love this. I would love to have some kind of special movie or show in general for Naruto after 10 years with the manga ended. Man, I would love that. Yeah, I agree. Mikasa was insane. There we go. I want Shippuden to have a remake, too. Like, did you know that Taido Kubo is actually talking about having a remake for Bleach? if Bleach can get a remake as well, so can Shippuden. But the problem of doing that is Kishimoto. Does he want a Shippuden remake or not? Because Kubo is very. I heard stories that Kubo did not like how Studio Pierrot treated his work, and I think Kishimoto allowed Studio Pierrot to do what they did. So, if Kubo was fighting for a remake, it really depends on Kishimoto if he wants a remake as well. If he doesn't, then it's not going to happen. I would love Shippuden and Naruto to have a remake. The only problem is that it doesn't matter if we're like living in a day of age with upgraded technology and animation. If they don't do it right, it can still look like trash. Boruto is a pure failure. A lot of nowadays, a lot of people are enjoying Boruto. It's not for me, but if you find some kind of useful stuff out of it, then I'm glad they found something out of it. But I don't know. I just want the universe of Naruto to be dead. When you say remake, do you mean changing certain things in the story? Yeah. That's different. Like an animation anime remake would be just redoing everything from the original story with a better animation. An actual reboot would be like changing some things. But I don't know. I don't think Kishimoto would want that, or I don't think he cares to. The fans would want it, but I don't know. Yeah, the filler was a mess in Naruto. Kishimoto has not done an interview in over a year. It's been a long time. I think last time we got an interview with him was during the Samurai 8 saga of his life in 2019. I think there was an interview in 2020 that he was in a hospital, but that was it. There's been like no interviews about Kishimoto at all in the last year and a half. Oh, by the way, the filler. That reminds me. I'm really. I think Viz Media are actually going to do the fillers in the Naruto Blu-rays, which is not needed, but I get why they want to for business reasons. But the more they do the filler arcs in Naruto for the Blu-ray, we're going to get further away with getting faster to the Shippuden Blu-rays. That's the biggest problem, in my opinion. Oh, did you guys know that we're getting a Bleach update of the anime on December 18th? There's going to be an announcement for the Bleach anime. I wonder what that's going to be. Man, if Bleach comes back, man, it would be a huge opportunity to do reviews on the channel. It would really. Bleach is going to go crazy when it comes back. Yeah, I plan on doing reviews on the channel for Bleach, but the only problem is that not every episode is going to be on point. Some episodes are slower than others. Some battles are not as intense as others. So it really depends on the episode, but I know for a fact when episode 1 happens, everyone's going to be talking about that. Everyone. That's why I was doing Bleach content this month. So if I decided to do Bleach reviews, I would have some Bleach videos already on the channel for awareness that I'm a fan of the show. I thought about making more Bleach videos, but it really depends though. I thought about making a Rukia video in December, but we'll see. But that Black Clover. Yeah, I'm still behind on Black Clover. I just have not made any effort. The last episode I watched was Yuno's very rushed backstory during his episode, and man, I don't know, that backstory of Yuno's past was so rushed. There was really no time to connect with any character or bond with any character. Everything was so fast. I was like, it wasn't really sad. I thought that was a letdown. I heard it was even faster in the manga, which is awful. You know, when you give a backstory to a character, you want to care about the characters from the past. You know, when Kishimoto revealed Minato and Kushina and Naruto's backstory of the day that he was born, of course you cared about them because we actually had like, I think 2 or 3 episodes of Kushina's backstory, then Minato, you know, finding out that he's a father, Kushina getting excited, and then we had build up when we get to their deaths. When I got to that episode with Yuno's backstory, it's just like everything was so rushed. It's like I don't care about any of you, you know. Yeah, Black Clover. I seen the latest artwork of that one dude that Yuno fought. That was very inspired by Okiura's Espada design. That was really cool. That was trending everywhere on Twitter. When is that Black Clover movie coming out? When's that happening? The pacing in the series is positive and a negative. I mean, is the pacing fast and rushed from the original manga as well? Because I heard the anime actually adds more than what the manga did originally. If Black Clover is that very fast paced, and it's really hard to get attached to anything in the show if everything is going to be completely rushed. By the way, I was rewatching Bleach the other day. Man, it kind of pains me to admit this, but yeah, it's a Monsters Inc. hat. I had this thing for 8 years. I decided to wear it because it's Halloween. But I would have to say that Black Clover and Bleach, which is the reason why I made that long community post. I think it was last week, that I would have to say Bleach and Black Clover has the most overuse shonen dialogue I've seen. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like, when it comes to shonen battle series, I do believe there is an issue where they keep reusing the same dialogue. Some series overuses it, and some of it uses it at the right moments. I can't argue with One Piece right now about it because I haven't really watched One Piece in a while. I tried to rewatch some more episodes of Punk Hazard, I think, but Bleach's dialogue and Black Clover's dialogue in its in its series, there's just so much overuse of dialogue that we've heard so many times. It's just, I don't know. It's just really hard to really like it because it's so repetitive. I don't know. Like, I could be overreacting when it comes to Bleach with its dialogue, but I don't know. When I was rewatching some episodes, I was just like, oh my god, the dialogue is it's so overused. It's just so overused. Yeah, they added some stuff, but it was still a mess. Oh, that's depressing. Well, yeah, Black Clover is always never giving up. Okay, so like, yeah, the shonen dialogue about never giving up is fine. It's just the amount of times that you use it, it just gets annoying. When I was watching Black Clover, I heard it way more than any other battle shonen I've ever heard, and it was just annoying. Like, yeah, you hear it in Naruto a lot, but you really hear it when it's needed to be said. Black Clover, when I was watching Black Clover, and yeah, 2020, last year, 2020, yeah, it was being so overused to the point where I was just like, can we just stop? Like, I get it, but can we just stop? It was just getting over repetitive. Naruto obviously has its shonen dialogue moments, but I would like to argue it doesn't overuse it a whole lot. I think, um, I don't know. Like, I don't see Sasuke using that dialogue a lot. Like, I don't think Sasuke's ever really said the words "I'll never give up." I don't think that was ever in Sasuke's character, and he's the second main character. I can't really think about him saying that. I could be wrong, but I don't think Sasuke ever overused the shonen dialogue in any of his situations. Since he's not the main character, he's the second main character, but still, you know. But what? But overused dialogue does Black Clover Bleach have? Well, Bleach. When it comes to Bleach, I do think not necessarily the giving up stuff, but like Bleach does use the exact same insults, like damn you, you bastard, stuff like that. I don't think Naruto really called anyone a bastard a whole lot during the whole series. Bleach, you hear that a lot. You hear damn and bastard over and over again, and um, I don't know. It's like shonen dialogue's kind of just confusing at the moment because I can't remember what series specifically said this and this. I'm just saying as of when I was just rewatching Bleach the other day, it just came up. It just came to me that I just noticed it. So I don't know. I think Bleach out of any other show uses the word bastard for an insult more than any other show in my head right now. I could be wrong, but just come up with more insults. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm just talking out my ass right now. I'm sorry. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's not annoying as much as in Black Clover. I mean, what I heard about Black Clover is that the creator was getting so desperate to get his series published because his other series wasn't doing well, and he took like every shonen thing you can think of and he crammed it into Black Clover, and then he got published. I'm not sure. That was like over a year and a half ago. But I heard that the creator tried everything he could, shonen related, whatever, to get Black Clover published. And that's when everyone started to call it a Naruto ripoff, a Bleach ripoff, because it was doing things that we've already seen before. But shonen series is not original. I'm kind of tired of people saying Naruto ripped off Hunter x Hunter, Bleach ripped off Yu Yu Hakusho. Like ever since the success of Dragon Ball, shonen series have not really been completely original. The only one that I can think of, honestly, in my head is maybe Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Death Note. Even though Death Note to me it's not a battle shonen, I still don't see how Death Note is a shonen in general. But yeah, it's really hard to get a very original shonen series. Like I think Chainsaw Man is also supposed to be a very unique, original shonen battle series as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I kind of think. Oh, that Bleach and Black Clover actually has a lot of similarities. Yeah, lately people have been saying Black Clover has been very inspired by Bleach a lot more than Naruto at the moment, which is good because at the very beginning people called it a Naruto ripoff, but now people are saying it was very inspired by Bleach and Berserk. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z started the entire. Yeah, it did. I think Dragon Ball Z was the first shonen series that actually made a time skip, I believe. Yeah. Toriyama created something that's never going to change in the business industry. So I've been reading a lot of Samurai 8. Man, I could not understand Samurai 8 like everyone else. Like when Samurai 8 got published, I tried with it, but it was getting way too confusing. And like some series are just more difficult than others. And Kishimoto gave everyone awareness. When Samurai, before it became popular at the time, he was doing sci-fi for Battle Shonen for the first time, and he knew it was a sacrifice, but he did it anyways. And well, it ended up getting canceled. But he tried. He really tried to do something new, and I respect that. As of a lot of people compare Black Clover to Naruto, but it's similar to Bleach. Yes, I hear the cycle of hatred theme. Man, I really wish Pain stayed in the story longer. Like I keep thinking about that. Like obviously Pain slash Nagato needs to die eventually. Man, I just feel like if Pain was in the war with Madara and Obito, man, that would have been really cool. Not for hype value, but for story purposes, because Madara was expecting Nagato to be there. And Obito, in my opinion, I mentioned I think Obito and did not really trust. Sorry, I don't think Pain trusts Obito, and I kind of feel like that would have been a really cool situation if all three of them were in the war together. Obviously, double crossing each other, but man, I think Pain should have been in a story and then died in the war arc, in my opinion. You listened to Slayer yet? I am not listening to any. I finally listened to a Disturb album. I know it's kind of weird because Disturb is from my era, but like back when I was in high school, I never made an effort to listen to Disturb. I just never tried. The only songs I knew were from Is Down with the Sickness and Animal, uh The Game. I knew songs like that, but I never really listened a full Disturb album until like 2 weeks ago. Man, I wish I did listen to Disturb in high school, but so far the albums that I heard, I like the first album, my favorite. The other, I don't know. I put a YouTube playlist on YouTube when I was doing editing a video, but the last two albums I was listening to Disturbed felt the same to me. Besides their first album that felt more unique. Yeah, man, I saw Slipknot live in 2015 on the last summer tour. Man, that was a amazing experience. I'm never gonna forget. Man, Slipknot does a damn performance. But I'm really sad I'm never gonna see Joey Jordison live. Man, he got fired 2 years before I finally saw Slipknot. It was such a letdown, man. I'm never gonna see Joey live. That's such a letdown. He was such a good drummer. Mm, put it back to normal. Actually, where was that one at? Was that it? No, that's not it. Okay, I think that one. Was that one it? Man, I don't know what happened to that one filter. No, screw it. I can't find it. Oh, Rukia from Bleach. Talk about Rukia. Yeah, she's like one of the main characters. I just rewatched Soul Society the other week. Man, Soul Society is such a damn good arc. I don't care what anyone thinks. Soul Society, for right, in my opinion, is the best arc in Bleach. I can understand why people think that it went downhill during the Ronkar arc. And personally, the only flaw that I can think in the Ronkar arc is just not every fight matters. There's a lot of pointless villains that you just don't care for and situations, and I don't know. I just feel like Soul Society was just the arc. Honestly, it's better than Naruto's Land of Waves arc, in my opinion. The redhead from Fullbring arc. Are you talking about that one that had a crush on Ichigo? Man, I have not seen the Fullbring arc since 27. No, yeah, since 2017. That man, that's going on almost 5 years ago because we're almost in 2022. Man, the Fullbring arc was just, it was whack. I understand why people did not like it. It just did not feel like Bleach, like at all, like at all. The Fullbring arc was, yeah, I don't know what Kubo was writing. Like I'm not, I don't, I have to rewatch it again, but I don't think it would be a trash arc. It's just, it just did not feel like Bleach. Period. Yeah, I remember her, but I don't remember what all that she did. I think she had like stuffed animal abilities. I don't know. The Fullbring arc was a very weird arc. I noticed years ago Boruto fans gave Kishimoto so much shit when making Samurai 8 even. Oh my god, don't dude. I won't forget, man. That pissed me off. Like I even made a like you were there. Uh Daniel? Yeah, if I'm saying your name right, Daniel. I made a video last year, 2020, about actually calling out the Boruto community for what they did. They were praising that Kishimoto failed at Samurai 8, and that was that was hurtful because you're basically saying that Kishimoto only lives to serve one universe to please your interest, and Kishimoto is not allowed to do anything outside the Naruto universe. The some of the Boruto fans were happy that his new series failed. That you are not a fan if you just want Kishimoto to just serve, your needs. The dude deserves to get out of this universe, Naruto, to do new things. It's not about if you like Samurai 8 or if you thought it was boring. Kishimoto was just trying to move on. And people were happy that he failed at Samurai 8. Dude, that was bullshit, man. That is not how you treat a human being, man. Like, that's like telling a YouTuber, since you've done YouTube for 10 years, we own you. You have to serve us with our entertainment. And if you don't, then we're unsubscribing. That's just not how life works. When a person has done something for 10 to 15 years, they have the right to move on. You know? That's why I tell my audience, yeah, I would love some more Naruto material. But in the next 10 years, don't rush that shit. Let Kishimoto come back to Naruto naturally. Like, I would love more Naruto content out of him, but let him come back when the dude is ready to come back. I don't own Kishimoto. He did what he did. Let the guy move the hell on from Naruto. And just, that really aggravated me last year. That is not how you treat a human being, dude. At all. Why would you rewatch it? It's a failure of an arc. The Fullbring arc, I mean, I don't know. I just haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, I may have a different perspective on it, but I did not enjoy it. Kishimoto could retire. I mean, yeah, he could retire if he wants to. I mean, I kind of feel like Kishimoto is only in Boruto because he kind of feels like he's obligated to, because he gave Shonen Jump permission to own his product after he was done. Because when Boruto was happening, he was working on Samurai 8. That's a fact. He was working, like, in 2015, he announced he was working on a new manga. Now then, for some reason, through 2015 to 2019, Samurai 8 finally got published, because in 2015 he did mention he was working on a new series. I don't know why it took him 4 years later for it to happen, but he was clearly trying to move the hell on. Respect for Kishimoto for trying to move on and do something different with his life. But I kind of feel like he has to keep coming back to Naruto because of what he did. If I was Kishimoto, I would be like, dude, Shonen Jump, like, leave my series dead. Like, it's over. Let me move on. But he gave permission for them to do a part 3. I would not do that, man. I would not. That's like me saying, okay, since I done my YouTube channel for 5 years, I'm gonna give someone permission to own my channel, and then you can do whatever you want with it. But no, it's like whenever I'm done with YouTube, it's just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna let someone own it to turn into something, completely different. Just let things die. But I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't know what kind of stress Kishimoto's going under, but I kind of feel like what he's done to himself, he's in a situation because of what he did. Because I heard I don't know. I remember for Neverworld saying that Studio Pierrot wanted something out of Yu Yu Hakusho after it ended, but the creator of the show series told him no. I don't want to do anything like a part two or anything. I want to end it. And I think that's what Kishimoto should have done. He should have just told him no, it's over, bye. But he allowed it. That was retarded. Boruto fans are dumb. The Boruto chain has a lot of its steam. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious Boruto's taking inspiration from Dragon Ball, I mean, I stopped reading the manga a long time ago, back in May, or yeah, I think it was back in May. I only keep up with T-Bray's Boruto reviews because I don't mind watching his videos about Boruto because it's the only way I'm going to keep up with it. Well, him and for Neverworld actually. But I don't mind hearing T-Bray's thoughts on it, even if I'm a friend of T-Bray's and he's covering a show that I do not like. I don't mind supporting his channel, even if he's covering something that I'm just not interested in. But I don't know. It's like I don't know. As long as you're getting something out of it, that's good. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't agree with anything with it at the moment, man. Anyways, have you noticed that Noelle is similar to Rukia? I mean, I don't know how do you pronounce her name? Rukrua? Because it looks like her name is Rukia because Rukia is it's Riurka. I think. I don't know how to pronounce that girl's name. Because when I look at it, I keep thinking of Rukia's name. Ugh. I want to know, huh? Speaking of Yu Yu Hakusho, have you returned? No, I have not watched Yu Yu Hakusho in months. Like, I don't know. I'm not in a rush of watching Yu Yu Hakusho because I understand Yu Yu Hakusho came before Naruto and came before Bleach, but when it comes to Battle Shonen, it doesn't matter how you watch the order of which one came first or last. I already know what I'm getting myself into. It's a shonen. It's a series of tournaments and power, and like I understand Yu Yu Hakusho inspired Naruto and Bleach and stuff, but it's just like it's just the same formula. I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm not in a rush to watch something that I've seen a lot of times already. You know, because every time when you watch any kind of battle shonen, you already know what you're about to watch. Yes, it's all different. Yes, the material is always going to be handled differently, but at the same time, you already know what to expect. So I'm just not in a rush. I would say the Hunter x Hunter it was a lot more original than Yu Yu Hakusho. Well, I hope you don't plan to drop it. I mean, I kind of already have dropped Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. I'll come back to them eventually, or I don't know about Hunter x Hunter. But Yu Yu Hakusho I may come back to. The thing is, the whole reason why my channel isn't like as successful as others, small creator wise, is because for one, when I was doing Black Clover last year, my channel was growing, but I stopped Black Clover and went back to Naruto. And Naruto is kind of hard to grow as a YouTuber these days because a lot of people are not into Naruto content. A lot of people who are a fan of the shows of the show does not mean you're necessarily a fan of Naruto content as well. A lot of people are talking about Black Clover, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Boruto as well, and all these other shows that I just don't cover on the channel. I cover Naruto that's, hated and both loved. And, and I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like Naruto content is very difficult to grow your channel sometimes because it's a show that a lot of people love and hate at the exact same time. Well, I hope you don't play. Wait, I read that. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care that Naruto doing covering Naruto is going to get me big or not on YouTube. I just love doing Naruto videos because I just love talking about the show. You know, it's a show that I really love more than any other battle shonen that I've watched. And it doesn't like it's not about getting views or subscribers. It's just about doing what you love. Like I even told my audience last year, I was like, yeah, I could probably do more Black Clover videos to grow the channel, but I just didn't feel happy doing it because Black Clover, comparing it to Naruto, I love Naruto way more. So I'd rather do a show that I love that's going to give me less subs than covering a show that's really fire right now in today's generation and lose that success because I just didn't feel happy. You know, I love Naruto. I didn't. I mean, I like Black Clover too. It's just Naruto is where I felt more home with. So I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I felt. You know, I only want to cover stuff that I really love. Yeah, creator Black Clover looked up Kubo more than any others. Looked up to him more than the others. Apparently, Studio Pierrot was trying to do a Naruto and Bleach crossover 10 years ago, but it didn't happen. That would have been so sick if they did that. The power scaling had better made sense if they did that, because that would be a huge disaster if they didn't. Do you see the latest My Hero? No. No, I'm not in a rush to watch My Hero Academia right now. Like I tried to watch season 5 and I dropped it again. Honestly, I'm trying to think, like, is My Hero Academia past its prime? Like, My Hero Academia, it's been around for I don't know what 7 years now. Both manga and anime. If you're concluding both of them together, My Academia is still technically a new series because it hasn't even hit 10 years yet. But is it still as massive? Like everyone's like, oh my god, My Academia, My Academia. Because I noticed a lot of people are starting to hate and dislike this series a lot more in the last couple of years. Like, is My Academia still fire, or are people just slowly liking it less, but they still care about it in a way? Like, where's My Academia standing right now? Because I'm not in My Academia's fan base. Who's underrated? Funeral? Oh, that's the guy with the space time magic in Black Clover, right? It's past its prime. Hmm. I can't wait to see the next battle show that's gonna like surpass My Academia and popularity. At some point, some battle show is gonna surpass My Academia. S S5. What do you mean S5? Oh, season 5. Sorry, my bad. Season 5. Yeah, I kind of I tried to watch season 5, but then I just dropped it last 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It's not necessarily season 5. It's just I have not really been interested in catching up with My Academia. Like I'm not in a rush right now. No one would want to be in My Academia Phantom, the worst Phantom. Yeah, they have said some weird shit in the last couple of years. I'm just waiting for Bleach to come back, man. We're supposed to get Bleach news on December 18th. I don't know if that's going to be an anime announcement or a trailer, but man, when Bleach comes back, it's going to be so hype. It's really going to be hype. Hey, Ko, I've been streaming for like an hour now. I actually didn't tell the group chat this time. However, the anime as a whole is mid. You know, I've been thinking this for a while. Do you think at some point Battle Shonen is ever going to die, like entirely? Like, do you think Battle Shonen ever at some point will like die as a business, or do you think it's just going to keep on going? Because that's something that's been on my mind for a while. Like, you would think people are sick of Battle Shonen, but it's for every new generation. So every time when someone experiences My Hero Academia first, or Black Clover first, or Naruto first, like it doesn't matter. It's always going to be new to them. So I don't know. I don't know. That's just been on my mind for a little bit. If Battle Shonen is ever gonna fade away at some point because everyone's tired of them, but you never know. It'll keep going. Yeah, probably. Just a theory I was thinking. Yeah, pretty good. Been watching Pirates of the Caribbean Part One. I took a break from it so I can stream for a bit. A lot of my streams have been a failure, so this one's actually been successful for once. It'll probably keep going. Marvel has never. Oh yeah, about Marvel. A lot of people are tired of Marvel because you would think they would take a break after Endgame in 2019, but they just keep going, and sometimes enough is enough. By the way, I'm thinking about. It's gonna be up to you guys, but I'm thinking. I don't know. I keep debating. Like I really want to review Spider-Man No Way Home on a YouTube channel. I can't. I don't know if I should do it on the main channel or should I do it on the second channel. Like I don't know. Like I kind of feel like it'd just be really fun to talk about it for some reason because I really want to fucking see Tobey Maguire back in action. I don't know. Like I'm thinking about it. It'd probably be like the very first time I ever do like a movie review on the channel. But I don't know. I kind of feel like the hype it would be way too real, and I know for a fact there's some of my subscribers that are actually into other shit than anime. Even if they don't compliment all my videos, we're clearly all about other things than just anime. So I don't know. I'm thinking about that. The MCU was going to change, but honestly, we have yet to see what these changes will. Yeah, like I wouldn't mind reviewing the channel, reviewing the movie on the channel, but I have to make sure I have everyone's consent because like I don't like I would like to bring videos on my channel. Sorry. But it doesn't matter what the subject is, but the problem of doing that is that if I make if I upload a video that is not anime or Naruto, people are going to be like, what the hell? Why is he uploading this? Because it happens on channels. You know, you bring something original to the channel because people expect Naruto or anything else I may talk about anime related. If I do something outside the box, it may just not do well. Because last year I uploaded a Pirates of the Caribbean video on my main channel, which I wanted to talk about that series for a long time. No one cared about it, but I did it anyways because I cared to just make a video on it. Sometimes you just want to make videos for the sake of doing it and not necessarily if your audience are going to like it or not. But I don't know. I really want to bring up to them to see if I can do it or not because I also just because it's more respectful to ask for their consent and to know what they think about it because obviously when you make a YouTube channel, people go to your channel because they like your content. But if you do something a little bit different, they're gonna be like, no, 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 we don't like that. We don't like that. Stick to the other stuff, you know. Do it on both. It's your life and do what you want, Felix. Thank you. Thank you, Go. Now, if I've been thinking about it, if we haven't gone to Kishimoto interview, yeah, the last interview he's done was over a year and a half ago, I think. Also, yeah, I'm in a, yeah, we have a group chat. Felix, you have to remember you're doing this a hobby. Oh, I know. Like, yeah, even if it is a hobby, it's still an audience that comes from something, you know. And like even when I was doing Bleach content, like the views weren't really all that interesting. Over time, you know, over the last couple of weeks, it's gone a little bit better. But still, it's like not everyone likes Bleach, you know. So I don't know. I was really iffy about doing Bleach on the channel, but so far I was able to pull through. It did well. Yeah, I have Twitter and Instagram. Um, Um, I don't really post my Instagram on my description. It's usually my Twitter because most people use Twitter and not Instagram. But yeah, when we get closer to December, I'll ask my audience if they're okay for me to do a Spider-Man No Way Home review or not, because it could be fun, it could be enjoyable. But what's your hat? Oh, it's Monsters Inc. This is like 2001 we're talking about from Pixar. I got this 8 years ago when I was 15. I was nervous to put it on because I think people are gonna call me out on it and be like, "Oh, you look fucking stupid." But it's Halloween, so I decided to just wear a Monsters Inc. hat. I don't know, like Instagram. Okay, Instagram is cool for pictures and stuff like that. Twitter is mostly for like communities. Like I think Twitter is mostly for communities, and Twitter. Wait, what? Twitter is more for communities, and Instagram is more like I don't know. I don't know how to talk about Instagram like that. Like it's art. There's art videos. There's art pictures. You know, but Twitter it feels like more of a community, a social media figures. Yeah. Watch Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, please. Just watch the first two films before you get to Spider-Man No Way Home. You have to. It's legally you have to. Okay, so what are your um here? I'll write it down on here. That's my username on Instagram. Most people follow me on Twitter than Instagram, but that's my Instagram username. Now, Twitter is a nightmare. Yeah, man, I had a bad history on Twitter because I used to get in arguments all the time. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When the One Piece fan base were kicking in a couple years ago, it was fun arguing with them. I'm not gonna lie. Back in 2018 and 2019, I don't know. For some reason, it's just fun arguing with the One Piece fan base because I don't know. But I'm talking about from a perspective from a couple years ago. As of right now, I have not gotten into a huge debate of any kind of community. Um, I try my best to ignore the Boruto community. The Dragon Ball fan base really annoyed me in 2018, but that was a long time ago. That's going almost 4 years ago. But I used to get in arguments all the time on Twitter and make myself look like and make myself look bad. Twitter these days is Twitter's always been toxic though. It's always been toxic. It's always been like that. You keep trying to get me to watch those movies. Well, you have to watch them before you watch Spider-Man No Way Home. You just have to. That's not how the system works. You can't just watch a movie with all the Spider-Mans in them and not watch the previous films. Now, to be fair, I was going to never watch Andrew Garfield's movies because of just how bad I heard about those films, and I agree. The criticisms of those movies are fair. The Andrew Garfield movies, like I think Andrew Garfield did a great Spider-Man, but not a Peter Parker. And the story, it just felt too much of a reboot of Spider-Man of Sam's Spider-Man. That's the biggest flaw I have with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man series is that it felt too much like home from Sam's version. They didn't really do anything different. Tom Holland, for an example, his universe is more fresh and more original. It doesn't feel like a Sam Raimi's ripoff or a Sam Raimi's reboot. It felt original, different. I may not like Tom Holland's Spider-Man all that much compared to Tobey Maguire, obviously, but at least Tom Holland's his universe felt more fresh. You know, One Piece fan base are actually very annoying. Every fan base is annoying, but yeah, One Piece fan base is definitely one of the worst. Like they try so hard to get everyone to One Piece. I'm heading out. Deluxe later. Oh, thank you for coming by, Shadow. Thank you for your time. It means a lot. But yeah, just remember because I will give everyone a heads up about the Spider-Man No Way Home review. Just be on the lookout for that in December when I ask everyone's opinions and consent if I should do it or not. So just be aware in that in December. Sure, but there are phantoms where a major of its. Yeah, I agree. Some fan bases are worse than others, definitely. I feel so bad when people talk about the Naruto fan base because every time when someone brings up the Naruto fan base of how saying how bad they were, I don't know what to say because when Naruto's fan base was at its worst, the anime community was just it wasn't as big as what it is today. Like I think Naruto's fan base was at its worst before we had social media popping off and everyone wants to be a YouTuber now. Like because the time when Naruto ended in 2014, even back in 2014, what we have today was nothing like we had back then 7 years ago. You know, Swag Kage wasn't around, Seth the Programmer wasn't around. I don't think Clyde wasn't around all those years ago. Jim Hansen, I don't think was around either. I don't know. I don't know. It's like the amount of YouTubers that we have today covering the shows that were very popular, they weren't around. And I kind of feel like, I don't know. It's like all the stuff that I heard about Naruto's fan base when I joined this anime community over almost 5 years ago. I learned a lot. Like I didn't know Sakura was a hated character until 2017, and even back then, Naruto had already been long ended. You know, I didn't grow up with the Naruto's fan base being toxic. I was not around. So when people talk about these stories about Naruto's fan base, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I wasn't there. Like you can tell me what they did, but I was not there. So I can't just say, yeah, I agree. Naruto's fan base is toxic, even though I was never there. But I'm just going to agree with you because that's what you told me. Like when I joined this community, Boruto was starting. There was really not a lot talking about Naruto. It was just Boruto. So when people talk about the Naruto fanbase, you were talking about shit that happened such a long time ago that it's not really relevant today. That's just my opinion. Drinks water. Yeah, I drink water. Sure, but there are. Oh, I already read that. However, Naruto Phantom can be a bit much. Yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. I don't know because like yeah, I'm part of the Naruto fan base, but I don't try to be toxic about a lot of things. Like I give my opinion. I'm honest when it comes to these videos about me ranting about Obito, or me talking about the reincarnations, me talking about the war arc, or me talking about how I like Heavy Sasuke over Taka Sasuke. But I don't try to be a bitch about it. I just try to be honest about how I feel. And that's when and that's when back in September or August, I think, when I wrote that big community post apologizing to everyone that I feel like I overdid it with my opinions. Like I feel like I was a bit too honest and I was too open about a lot of things, and I kind of felt guilty that I kind of feel like I opened too much about how I felt about everything. And I feel like that was my fault because I got too comfortable with the channel, and I feel like, oh wow, I can talk about anything on here. It doesn't matter. But then I'm just like, man, I think I overdid it a little bit. I think I overdid it with my honesty. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't even know how to say your name. Hello, welcome. Water is a bit boring to drink. Juices. Yeah. Everyone who is young thinks water is boring, but when you get older, you just fucking love it. No, you just giving your well, yeah, I know. I don't mind being honest and giving my opinion, but I feel like I was overdoing it. Like when I would do those Boruto community tab posts about my thoughts about the chapter, all I was doing was bitching and complaining about what I did not like. But then I realized I'm talking about myself. But that's not probably how they feel. And I feel like it was really unfair for me to keep talking about Boruto like that when my audience probably likes Boruto. And to me, I kind of feel like it was really not necessary to do that. So I decided to stop giving everyone my updates. And the reason why I kept doing updates was because people were asking me about it. Hey, Delix, what was your thoughts on the new Boruto chapter? And I'm just like, I say something, and then another guy says something, and then another guy says something. I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll just give a community tab post every month of how I feel about the chapter because people want my thoughts. And I did that. But then I kind of feel like I was overdoing it because I felt like an asshole. I don't know. I stopped doing Boruto updates because of that reason. I just felt guilty about it. Exactly. Water tastes better. There are times where when you drink water, it just tastes fucking delicious. I don't know why, but there are times, either if you're getting water from your sink or a restaurant, Sometimes water tastes so fucking good for some reason, and you just want more of it. Water's boring, but there are times when you drink water, you're just like, I want more of that shit. Water sometimes can be fucking amazing to drink. It makes you immortal. I don't know. Water is so good at 3 in the morning. Why did that feel? I read that. I read that in the wrong way. Water is so good at 3 a.m. I don't know why, but that sounds fucking weird. Water is good at 3 in the morning. What the fuck? Juices always taste bad. I don't drink a lot of juice anymore. I swear to God, guys, coffee is going to kill me. I am a mad drinker of coffee. It's going to kill me someday. I may end up having a heart attack before I'm 30. Coffee, I have a huge addiction to coffee. I mean, I don't think you need to think about Boruto or something related to Naruto as a guest. Well, yeah, at the time it mattered, but now, now it doesn't matter anymore, I made my last criticism video about Boruto a couple months ago, and after that I'm done. Like, I just don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. People like it, people hate it. We're always gonna butt heads, Boruto and Naruto fan base, and I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of done with the community. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it on my channel anymore. But the last video I put on, that's probably gonna be my last video about Boruto. And I don't know. At this point, I'm just waiting for Naruto and Sasuke to die. Like, I just do not care about their characters anymore. I just want them to die. I just want them to die. That's all. That's all I want. You, wait, what? You be careful with the coffee. Yeah, I tried to have 3 cups of coffee a few months ago, and it gave my heart some issues. I had to go to the emergency hospital. But an update with the manga. But I like personal, not a great fan of Boruto. Yeah, me personally, I just pretend like Boruto and anything from Dragon Ball Super isn't canon. Yeah, I mean, from a business perspective, they're canon. But when it comes to personal attachment to the heart and how I feel, it ain't canon to me, man. It's not canon to me. It's not canon to me. Man, if Naruto has a part 4, that's going to be dude, if Naruto has a part 4, it's going to be like the next Dragon Ball. Everyone is going to be so overpowered in part 4. It's just not going to be like Naruto anymore. If Naruto has a part 4 for its universe, say goodbye to everything that we loved, because it's not going to be the same if Naruto has a part 4. Looks like you actually a drug addict because of yeah, coffee is a drug. Coffee is a drug everyone can have, but coffee is a drug. It's a drug. It's not one that's gonna like directly kill you, but it's a drug. Yeah, me. Is it going to have a part 4? I think. I mean, it really depends what Kishimoto wants. If Kishimoto says, yeah, have a part 4, guys, I am going to be just like, Kishimoto, I'm giving up on you, bro. Like, stop milking your series. Just let it die. If it goes to a part 4, man, say goodbye to everything of Naruto, because it's just not going to be the same thing. It's probably going to be a Legend of Korra thing where all the old characters are either dead or very old, and then you have to make up your decision, do you like the main character or not? Naruto's grandson. It's not going to be about Shinobi. Nah. Naruto stopped being about ninjas during the war arc. Just Kurama and stuff. Oh, I think studio like for Neverworld covered in one of his for Never News something about there's a chance that Studio Pierrot could adapt the light novels of Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura, which is great. If they actually go back to the Naruto universe for those novel books, I may do reviews on them. I would love to have some Naruto material back after so long, but it depends if they do them or not, because those books recently got fully translated, I believe. I stopped drinking a lot of that shit sodas of stuff drinks. Do you guys know about kombucha? Because I drink kombucha. Do you guys know what kombucha is? Yeah, I like for Neverworld. I understand he has a lot of bad history on the internet years ago, but he has changed into a great person. Like, I know his history, and a lot of people attack him from stuff that he said years ago. I believe someone's going to say what I said about the Boruto fan base and the One Piece fan base years later into attack me. You know, for Neverword's come he's come a long ways, and I think he has been the best YouTuber as of right now in his career. He's really updated his game. I know his history. I know what he's done, and it's over and done with. It was years ago. It was 7, 8 years ago. Who cares? Just accept him for who he is today. He's a great person. Well, in a world where no one can express opinions, I bet the face troubled. What history? What do you? You can. I'm not gonna talk about his history on the channel. Like, this is like 7 years ago, stuff like that. Like, I'm sure if you do your research, you can find some stuff from a long time ago. But I'm not here to bring up about his past. I'm just here to say that he has grown a lot as a person and as a creator. I've been following him for about 5 years now. In my opinion, he's at his best. Like, I've already said this in my Boruto video that hey Pain, I'm making a stay tuned in December because I'm gonna be making another Pain video. And in December, I'm actually gonna take a lot of time to think about some great videos for characters, the best I've done. I'm gonna try on that, and Pain's the first up in December, so be aware of that. But like I said in my Boruto video, that yeah, people have viewed me as an asshole because of my opinions and what have I said in the past, and yeah, they have every right to do that. But you know, that was back then. Now I just try to avoid everything and try to move forward. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people are taking things out of context for people's history without really knowing why they said what they did. But I don't know. Like, a lot of people think I'm a jerk because of my opinions, and that's fine. You know, that's part of life. You know, what we say, what we say on the internet, if it's honesty or whatever, some people will think you're being a jerk when you're just trying to be a real person. And some people may think differently about you because you're being too honest, you know? I don't know. Like, I've made fun of my own stuff all the time. Like, people think I'm this and this and this, but I don't know. I probably had said some stuff that were just not really nice, honestly, and I have to take responsibility for that. I'm gonna come clean today. That's the best thing to do right now. I mean, I know there's an argue a lot with people, and he may said offensive stuff, but I know he is still a great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, view him of who he is today, not who he was in the past. It's so easy to take something from the past and bring into the present, depending what the situation is. Some shit just does not need to be brought up. It was not illegal, you know? Just let it go. How is DJ? Oh. I know you knew DJ. Not a really fan of some of his clickbait stuff. Every YouTuber clickbaits. It's just, I'm sorry, not every YouTuber, but I don't know. Like, sometimes clickbait happens because of business reasons. Like, I don't do YouTube for a job, but I know for a fact clickbait happens for people because it's part of the job and part of doing what you need to, you know, get your YouTube the views to pay your bills and shit. I don't know. I don't really know how it all works because I don't do YouTube for a job, but I know that is something that people do on purpose. Not real. People are coming to troll and hate on my channel because of the video I made calling Obito overrated. I don't give a fuck. I know, being honest. Yeah, I've been honest about Obito, man. I mean, no. I've talked about this before. Delix is not my real name. It's a random name that I made way back in high school. It's not a real name. I mean, I don't know. If it seems like a real name, that's cool. But Delix is just a name that I made for a Gmail account, and then years later, I put it as my YouTube name. But Delix is just a random name that I came up with when I was in high school, and I was a sophomore, I believe. Yeah, I just like the name Delix. Like, I made it up and I stuck with it for years. I just think it sounds cool. Is it Felix? No. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people cannot pronounce that name. Just say Felix, take the F out, put the D in there, and you get Delix. A lot of people cannot pronounce it right. Some people say Delex, and I'm just like, no, it's just Delix. Just say Felix and just say Delix. It's not that hard. It's funny because it's such a simple name. But yeah, back to Obito. Um, the one thing, like, I gave credit to White Mask Obito. I think White Mask Obito itself, just that version of himself, is badass. White Mask Obito, I don't know, I'm sorry, Unmask Obito. My problem with that version of him, I don't know what Kishimoto was thinking, but I'm not a fan of a character that escapes death so many times. Obito survived Ren Rebirth, a Tail Beast extraction, Minato cutting his throat, etc. Um, I'm just not a fan of a character surviving so many times because I just don't care about them anymore because I know they're just gonna live and live and live when you keep putting them in situations where they should have died, but you keep letting them live. Like, imagine Nagato having 100 corpses' bodies, and every time Naruto defeated all the pains, Nagato gets one of the other corpses from the 100 bodies that he has. It just becomes stupid after that. You know, Pain had limited corpses. That's it. If you give Nagato 100 corpses, it's just going to be the same result. He's going to keep coming back over and over and over again. Then you just don't care anymore. So I'm saying if Pain was treated in that same way, I probably would not have viewed Pain the same way as a character either. If Kishimoto gave him so many excuses to keep coming back. You know, I'm just not a fan of characters to keep escaping death over and over again. And Obito escaped death so many times, I just don't care anymore. And then he came back with his ashes, and like, okay, when Zabuza died, he wanted to visit Haku, right? And Zabuza said he wanted to visit him, but he doesn't feel like he can go there because he feels like he deserves to go to hell. Kakashi said, Zabuza, actually, we're not the ones who decide that. I can't decide that, and you can't decide that either. There's a chance you could visit Haku. Who's to say? Obito had contradicted that statement that Kishimoto said at the Land of Waves arc. Obito literally controlled his afterlife. He talked to Rin. He went back in the real world. He came back with his ashes. He came back with Kakashi back in the afterlife, talking about their whatever in that afterlife, right? And then Kakashi gets the power. Then Kakashi goes back into that afterlife bubble, and then Obito talks to Kakashi again, and then he's like, okay, I can leave now. Then it kind of just made that statement in the Land of the Waves in the Land of the Waves arc pointless, because the point of what Zabuza's death was about is that you can't decide where you go. Even if you do horrible shit, you can probably still go to heaven. We're not the ones to decide that. But since Obito but when Obito made his own faith to control his his spirit to go out of the afterlife and then come back to the real world and then go back to the afterlife, it just defeated the purpose that you can control your fate after death. Obito did it. He controlled his fate. I don't know. I don't know. That to me just really, I just did not agree with that with Obito's character. That was so stupid in my opinion. Obito survived death more than exactly. Is it? I actually kind of. It's actually kind of does sound like a real name because it's similar to. I mean, if Felix sounds like a cool name, that's cool, but I don't think I'm ever going to meet. I don't think anyone's gonna meet a real person named Helix. It's just a made-up name. Like, I only like it because it sounds really cool to me. But if it sounds like a cool name, that's even bonus points. But I don't think we're ever gonna meet a real Helix in this world. Felix is a real name, but not Helix. I didn't mean to say Obito. I meant to say One Piece. How did you get One Piece and Obito mixed up? Because of that video I made calling One Piece overrated. Obito actually is my favorite character. I love. Okay, I don't see how you got Obito and mixed up. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? I love the Itachi. Happy Halloween. Oh wow, you've been around that long. I was never really a gamer growing up, to be honest. I was always in the kind of kid that I was is that I grew up watching television, but the amount of times I usually I always went out to the woods and just built forts and stuff like that. I was an outside kind of kid. Like, yeah, I grew up with the GameCube and PlayStation here and there, but I was never obsessed with games. I never asked my mom to buy me multiple games growing up. The only games I really grew up playing with is honestly anime games, the Dragon Ball and Naruto games. I really did not grow up with all these other games that I could have had that experience with, but I just was not a gamer growing up. You know, I don't know. I just games just never really appealed to me like that. I played with them, but I wasn't really obsessed with them. I was always an outside kid. One Piece, without a doubt, is overrated. I think One Piece is overrated when the fans say it's a show you have to experience. It's for everyone. You're gonna love One Piece. Like, to me, it's like I love Naruto because I love Naruto. That's me. Just because I recommend you this show, I don't expect you to come back to me and love it the exact same way I love Naruto, because you are you. I am me. One Piece fans act like the show is for everyone. You should experience. You're going to love it. That's not how it works, man. You can tell someone to watch the show or read the manga, but they're not. But you should never expect them to love the same show as much as you have. That's just not how it works. You know, you can't force it on people. You know. PlayStation, Xbox. I never owned an Xbox. It's because when I was typing in the letter of One Piece and Obito, both came up. And oh, okay. You know, for Neverworld, real name is Tim. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know his real name is Tim. He talked about it on Twitter once. That was a long time ago, though. Man, this stream ended up going longer than I thought. I don't want to give out my real name because I don't want people to call me by my real name. Like, this is YouTube life, you know. I want people to call me by what I'm called on the YouTube. Because when you find out someone's real name, people may call you by their real name, and I don't know. Like, I try to, you know, put the reality differently from the YouTube life. Two different kind of things. I know. This stream isn't a fail. Yeah, I'm glad it's not a fail because, like I said before, a lot of my other streams were a failure. This one's actually going good because the last few times I've streamed, they just weren't as successful. Holy shit! I have a lot of hyperness from this live stream. I said a lot. The video's going out of internet again. Shit. But yeah, I may go soon because I'm getting hungry. Growing up, have you ever had favorite cousins? Not really. I mean, I have cousins, but I don't know about favorite. I'm an only child. I don't have any brothers or sisters either. Dude, October has been like the biggest challenge I had this month making videos. Like, I wanted to get the videos out desperately this month, and I uploaded like 12 videos in 1 month, and it was a bitch to do. But like, it's like every time I look at my channel, I feel like I want to make videos that I'm proud of, you know. I know rebuilding videos, old videos you've seen before may be annoying, but I do it on purpose because I want it to look, or not necessarily look, but like also the context of how I word things also matters as well. And I know some of the remix videos may not be for, you know, to get everyone hype, but I do plan on still remaking some videos I've already made already because I want to make sure I'm wording things correctly. And that's why I went back to scripting because the videos I made last year weren't scripted. Now I want to remake those videos because I went back to scripting, and sometimes it's for the better to do that. So I apologize if the remix videos may not be always hype when I release them, but I just want to make sure they are just the best that I ever can put out. Batman movies were super. I've been watching a shit ton of Batman recently. Okay. I rewatched The Dark Knight. I watched Batman: The Long Halloween. I'm watching Batman the Animated Series. I found out the truth between. I found out the truth about the creator of Batman. The true creator of Batman is Bill Finger and not Bob Kane. Man, that made me think about that shit for days. Man, Bill Finger, man, was the original creator of Batman, and he got nothing, man. Bob Kane stole everything from the dude, and he was never the creator of Batman. He fucked this dude over. Bob Kane got all of the glory, the rich, the fame, and Bill got nothing, and he was responsible of creating the world and the characters. And Bob stole everything from this guy, and Bill died in New York alone in a small apartment with no money. Dude, fuck Bob Kane. After what I just heard the truth about Bill Finger, man. Bill Finger is the true creator of Batman. Dude, that was really sad shit when I watched their documentary on Hulu. Obito's character definitely should have been handled better after the mask got taken. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks, okay? Yes, I'm very biased towards Pain, but I do believe Pain is better written than Obito and Madara. It's always the Uchiha. Hitachi is over Pain. Madara is over Pain. Obito is over Pain. Like, Pain does not get any love. I tried my best to give more love to Pain on this channel. I still plan on making more Pain videos. The next one is going to be in December. But Pain, in my personal opinion, is just better written than Obito and Madara. I'm sorry. Like, I'm tired of everyone always choosing the Uchiha. Like, I understand it's not the fact that they are Uchiha. Those are just the characters that are just very strong characters within character writing in Naruto. I get that, but I feel like Pain just does not get enough love, dude. Like, it's like people act like he doesn't exist. It sucks, man, because Pain, in my opinion, is the best written villain Kishimoto's ever done. Do you actually have fast food or dinner, or do you make something? I have fast food every now and then. I'm planning just making pizza when I get done. Man, this stream ended up being fun. I was expecting it to be a flop, but no. Now, to answer your question, by the way, I would have to choose the Spider-Man trilogy over Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, because I don't like Batman Begins, and I don't like Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight is a badass movie. I just wish the other films were like that. The Dark Knight is a fucking masterpiece. But when it comes to Sam Raimi's universe with the first two Spider-Mans, I would choose those two Spider-Man films over the other ones with Christopher Nolan's trilogy with Spider-Man. Just The Dark Knight, that's it. But Sam's movies, there are two ones I like. Yeah, man, Pain. Dude, my profile picture used to be Pain at the very beginning of this year until I changed it. I love Pain, man. Pain is underrated. No one talks about this guy. Wait, what? Oh, Raging Blast. Dude, Raging Blast was the fucking shit. I love Raging Blast. I really wish it was successful, but the second game flopped. But Raging Blast 1 was my game back in the day in 2010, 2011. Raging Blast was so fucking fun, dude. That was like the best Dragon Ball game I can think of, man. Raging Blast was so goddamn fun. Mara, the most high Pain is definitely the best friend, and Nagato was the perfect enemy. Yeah, I agree. Asta Frieza's second voice is the superior voice. Honestly, what's her name? Young? I really preferred the original voice actor for Funimation with Frieza in the early 2000s. Linda Young? I don't know. Like, I really liked her performance over the, Chris's, which I already know about Chris's, his passing. But, I just prefer, Linda Young's, voice. It just sounds creepy, it sounds terrifying, and when it comes... Yeah, Linda's performance, but when it comes to Chris's performance... I'm not saying he did a bad job with Frieza. A lot of people prefer Chris's performance with what he did with the character over what Linda Young's performance did in the early 2000s. But when I hear Chris's performance when it comes to Frieza, Frieza just sounds like a gentleman. He sounds very polite, very nice. And when it comes to Linda Young, her performance just sounds fucking terrifying. It really depends on the person, but they both did a great job. I just prefer Linda Young's performance over Chris's. You know, that's just my opinion. Oh, God. Pain is underrated, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. If you're on Instagram, you would see the disrespect. A lot of people don't choose Pain. A lot of people choose Obito and Madara over Pain. If you go to Twitter and Instagram, you'll see a lot of people don't like Pain, or not that they don't like Pain, they just don't like him as much as Obito. I don't know. Like Obito's character did like. I really like White Mask Obito. That's the only version I really like the most out of his character. Unmask Obito and Six Paths Obito and Orange Mask Obito. I don't know. I don't know. Something about White Mask Obito really just stuck with me. Well, compared to them, then yes, he is underrated. Well, yeah. Just comparing that Pain to the like even Orochimaru and Zabuza, they don't even get a lot of love either these days either. That's why I made a whole video talking about Orochimaru last year. I'm gonna go in about 3 minutes. I'm starving. So give me your last questions. Thank you for being on the stream. It lasted a lot longer than I thought. I thought I was gonna be here for like 20 minutes and ditch, but thankfully a lot of people came around this round. I will always love Naruto. I love talking about Naruto. Yeah, same. Naruto's the fucking shit. I don't see Pain being massively underrated from perspective in terms of story, though. I just see him getting put under. Yeah, I really, I don't have the answer, to be honest. I don't understand why Pain is always below Madara and Obito. I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see, because the thing about Madara's character, I always see that people look at Madara as a badass character and not a human character like the other characters in Naruto. Everyone remembers the guy Madara who fought with no eyes, the guy who beat everyone's ass in the Alice Shinobi forces, but no one really talks about his backstory, his beliefs. Not a lot of people talk about that deep analysis on Madara. Everyone remembers him being the baddest character. That's like saying Pain is known to be the guy to blow up Konoha, but he's not the one to know. But he's not known about his cycle of hatred speech. But thankfully, it's the other way around, because Pain is known for the cycle of hatred speech. Pain is right. If someone caused you pain, then you want to cause pain for them back. Yeah, Pain is right about that, but there are some people that don't fight back. Some people say Pain is a hypocrite. I got about a minute left, and I'm gonna head out. I'm starving. Thank you guys for hanging out. It means a lot. I have not had a successful live stream in a long time. So thank you for coming out. Hopefully we do this again in December. But yeah, I'm just kind of a little bit going slow on YouTube right now. I'm kind of exhausted, or not exhausted, but I just kind of feel like I just need to take it a little bit easy from this month. Pain is right. The only way people will understand each other is if they know the pain. Yeah, they do, but it depends on the situation, because some people can still experience the same pain but still not completely understand everyone's perspective. That's why Pain told Naruto, even if you comprehend the person, it does not mean you would truly understand them. But Madara also was wrong at the end, though. He should have been the final villain. I don't care, annoying. I don't care how annoying thing. Yeah, Madara should have been the final boss. I don't know what Kishimoto was thinking. Madara should have done it. Anyways, enjoying your pizza. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for today's stream. It means a lot. I love talking and ranting and whatever with you guys. Been a while since we had a good stream, so thank you for your time, and happy Halloween, by the way. Have a good night. Bye. Delix out.